Last week, I broke down the quarterbacks teams absolutely cannot, or should not, let walk in 2025 free agency. This time, we're flipping the script. While most starting quarterbacks under contract will likely stay put, there are a handful who desperately need a fresh start. Whether due to declining performance, lack of opportunity, or just a bad fit, these QBs would be better off elsewhere. The first two names on this list won't surprise you, but I've also included a few under-the-radar candidates to get the discussion rolling. 1. Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins had high hopes when he arrived in Atlanta, but his dream of leading the Falcons quickly unraveled. As the season wore on, his play didn't meet the standard of a playoff contender, and rookie Michael Penix Jr. took full advantage of his opportunity. With Penix proving himself, it's clear the Falcons must move on from Cousins, especially considering his massive $40 million cap hit in 2025. The Falcons claim they'd be fine keeping Cousins as a backup, but that price tag is far too steep for an insurance policy. A post-June 1 trade would save Atlanta $27.5 million, making it the most logical move. Teams in need of a veteran quarterback, like the Cleveland Browns, where Cousins' former coordinator Kevin Stefanski is head coach, could be interested. I'd be shocked if they don't at least entertain the idea. 2. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has spent plenty of time contemplating his future, and with the Jets in limbo, the writing is on the wall. Rodgers himself has even hinted at mentoring his eventual replacement, but only if the Jets still want him. Let me make that decision for New York's new leadership duo of GM Darren Moogie and head coach Aaron Glenn. It's time to rip the bandage off and move on. The Rodgers experiment simply didn't work. While the move made sense on paper, it ultimately fell flat. If he still wants to play, there will be teams willing to give him a shot as a short-term bridge quarterback. 3. Justin Fields. Steelers owner Art Rooney II recently stated that Pittsburgh expects to re-sign one of its two 2024 quarterbacks. If we're going by performance, the safe bet is on Russell Wilson returning. That leaves Justin Fields looking for a new home, and he deserves a legitimate shot at a starting job elsewhere. Fields may not have elevated the Steelers to contender status, but he still won 4 of his 6 starts and kept the team afloat. His athleticism and playmaking ability remain tantalizing, but he needs the right situation, a creative offensive coordinator, a solid offensive line, and a scheme tailored to his strengths. The options may be limited, but Fields' talent is too great to ignore. 4. Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew earned a shot in Las Vegas after proving himself as a capable backup in Indianapolis. But costly mistakes doomed him with the Raiders, and he likely would have spent more time on the bench if Aiden O'Connell hadn't been injured. Now, with a new front office in Las Vegas and no ties to Minshew, the writing is on the wall. If the Raiders keep one of their current quarterbacks, it will likely be O'Connell, who is still on a rookie contract. Minshew is an easy cap casualty. Las Vegas can save money by designating him as a post-June 1 cut or trade. That said, he still has value as a backup elsewhere. But if his repeated benchings in Vegas didn't send a clear enough message, it's safe to say his time with the Raiders is over. 5. Dorian Thompson-Robinson. The Browns have had an unusual fascination with Dorian Thompson-Robinson, handing him starts in both of his first 2 seasons, though mostly out of necessity. But after his struggles in 2024, it's evident that he needs significant time to develop before he can handle the speed of the NFL. Cleveland may not be the best place for that development to happen. His situation reminds me of Malik Willis, who looked completely lost in Tennessee before finding a fresh start in Green Bay. Under the guidance of Matt LaFleur, Willis made noticeable progress. DTR could benefit from a similar change of scenery, somewhere that can actually mold his raw talent into something useful. The bottom-line quarterback movement is inevitable in the NFL, and these 5 players are prime candidates for a change of scenery. Whether they need a fresh start, a better system, or simply a new opportunity, it's clear they won't be thriving in their current situations. Where will they land? That remains to be seen, but one thing is certain, their time with their current teams is running out.